Okay, so any installer who has done restretches and stuff like that before, which any installer pretty much that's been in the business very long at all, has definitely done restretches and stuff. And I just want to ask you, how many times when you pull a piece of carpet up and you come across pad that's pulled way back away from it like that, and you say, dang, them last installers cut that carpet real short. Well, that's not so. You know, they actually probably cut it perfect, and maybe somebody else who come in and restretched it before has done what I'm just fixing to show you. This is what happens. What happens if it's like that? This is a 1/2 inch pad, okay? We're laying a little cheap pad, a little cheap carpet in here. So if we leave that like that, that's going to be a dip down, and then there's going to be tack strip. And it's not going to be much longer, and it's going to start to look like crap. It may look good there for a little bit, but as soon as it starts to wear, it's going to wear down in that dip and look like crap. And I'm going to show you what causes that right here. Here, Jerry, if you'll hold that camera for me. Watch this right here. As I'm stretching up on this, you can see this is all good here. And this is why I didn't want to cut the pad a while ago. I want to show you what goes on here. This is the same spot where I done this little demo of the jet jack. Watch this. See that? We got a good stretch here. A lot of people would take this pad, but don't worry, because I want to fix this back. But a lot of people would take that and they'll trim that off because it's overlapped now, because of the power. When they stretch the carpet, they also stretched the pad because it's not stuck to the floor very good. So, man, this stuff is so hard to cut because it's so old. Anyway, now that looks good enough to deal with. I'm going to go ahead and stick that, pull the stretches up, and then move them out of the way. What's happened now is we got our carpet all stretched up there, all nice and everything, and we actually stretched the pad up, but there's nothing actually holding the pad now. So just a little bit of walking on it, the pad is actually going to move back to where it originally was, because there's nothing holding the pad. There's no glue or nothing. Look, see that? There's no glue or nothing holding the pad. So naturally, with just a little bit of walking on, watch this. See that? Now look at it. It's short. So rather than stretching it up, cutting the excess off, before you stretch up and you see the pad starts moving, it don't matter if you fold it back, fold it back and glue it, or if you just tape it to the tack strip. It don't matter, just so long as you get the pad to where it don't move, okay? If the pad moves, you're going to end up having to cut it off, and then it's going to end up looking like that. And just like I showed you over there in the doorway, it's going to end up being short in no time and be all dipped down. So, like I said, you've got two options there. What I'm going to do right now, I'm just going to take a piece of duct tape. Trust me, the tacks on that tack strip is definitely going to go through this duct tape, okay? So I'm not worried about it not getting a good bite on the carpet just because it's got a piece of duct tape over it, okay? But what that is going to do, it's going to prevent that pad from riding up on the tack strip. So I'm not going to have to trim it, and it's going to stay in a good position, okay? So therefore, it's not going to be no dip down or anything like that where I have to trim an inch off of it, just like you just seen, just to make it stick. Because like I said, there was nothing holding it. So in that case, there's nothing holding it in place for it not to move. So when you stretch the carpet, naturally the pad is going to stretch with it. So take an extra minute or two. If you see that the carpet is moving if you see that the pad is moving when you're stretching, doing a re-stretch or something, what I will usually do, this is just a little quick fix, but what I will usually do, if I see it's moving, just take a can of glue. See what I have? I got some Taylor Touchdown carpet pad cement. That's what I use. That's a quick grabbing adhesive. So if I see it moving, I'm just going to flop that corner back, put a little glue there and step on it and let it set for a couple minutes and it's good to go. It's not going to go anywhere. This is going to save you from having a bad experience. Your owners, the homeowner, if they care anything about it, unless it's rental properties like this, where they just change carpet out and leave their crappy pad and they don't really care. They just want it to appear nice because of tenants moving in, then it's going to be okay. But ain't every single time I try to put a new pad down there, this pad is so old it just rips more. So I'm going to stop with this piece right here. Anyway, that's why you see pad short like that all the time whenever you pull it up to do a re-stretch or anything like that. So I did save this piece here. This was just a demonstration, just as strictly for demonstration. I did save that to put back in there. I am going to take that back in there just to keep it from moving, okay? And anywhere else, I showed Jerry a while ago in that room. We're not going to do that room yet until we go around and we'll make sure everything is stuck, okay? I think I explained that one time in one of my pad videos. It's the same thing if you glue a foot away, okay? You got a foot worth of pad that's going to move. So you need to glue your pad or staple your pad, whichever you do. I glue because I'm in the Southwest and there's a lot of concrete. But whichever you do it within a couple inches of your pad, your tack strip, okay? If it's glued right here, there's no way that's going to stretch over the strip. If it's glued back here, you got this much pad that's definitely going to stretch over the strip, okay? So I just wanted to point that out. Why there's short areas on pad like that, people don't cut it short. That's what happens whenever you re-stretch. I've seen it in other videos where people will push it up, trim the pad off, and pack the carpet and everything's all good. Well, it's not all good because you just seen what happens. So that's how to prevent that. I just want to bring it to you guys' attention. Maybe you can improve on your re-stretches and stuff like that. Make them look better, longer, okay? Good enough. That's good enough. That's all I need to say about that.